draw inferences, how things have been progressing so far. Well, after that, the next step which we can look at is that if you want to look at your modeling the future, suppose you are at a juncture where you want to expand your company and you're looking at borrowing or you're looking at raising private equity or some other means of funding, then what would be the scenario, how the company would play out over the next few years in a very aggressive scenario or a defensive scenario. So you can compare various kinds of future scenarios and see how that would play out. And the AI tool would help you to create that model, create the projection, and share the inferences with you. And the last part we will look at is the automation of workflows. Now, currently, most of us are using AI in a interactive manner, that we ask a question, it gives us output, and then we probe further or dig deeper, and we get the required output. But a lot of us have tasks which we need to do repeatedly. Like we would have daily reports, weekly reports which we need to create, presentations which we need to create, communication which we need to send on a periodic, repetitive basis. Now, those can also be automated using workflow tools and combining them with the generative AI tools, so that whatever you need to do on a regular basis, that every end of day, end of week, end of month, etc., that can be automated and it runs seamlessly without your having to interfere in that.
Okay. So Vinod, if I could just interrupt you, some friendly caveats before we actually get into the session. So for the session, we are presuming that you are aware of generative AI and maybe use it a bit also. So basically, there'll be no discussion on basics of AI. Fair enough? Also, all questions in the chat box, please. We'll be taking up as many as possible once the session is over. Also, in the end of the session, we'll be sharing a handout on financial analysis. So stay till the end of the session. And last but not the least, the session is being recorded. So over to you, Vinod.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Yeah.
So let's dive directly into a scenario.
Yeah, let's do that.
So this is something which I did myself. So as I was reviewing a portfolio, I found that I don't have enough IT segment stocks. So I was reviewing some of the IT companies, some of the larger ones and some of the mid-sized ones. So I got the feeling that the mid-sized ones might be a better bet. And I identified Coforge as a company. And incidentally, I started my career in NIT. And Coforge itself is NIT Technologies, which was sold off by NIT and renamed as Coforge. So I thought it was a good place to start my IT sector investment. So one of the things that I want to demonstrate is that how many aspects which are limitations of analysis. Traditionally, however, we were doing, even I was doing prior to the launch of ChatGPT and other such tools, I would take the balance sheets, P&L statements, and other data available on the BSE site or screener or the company site itself, and then upload them into Excel and do some formulae and visualization with a lot of manual input. And obviously, it was taking a lot of time. So now, the same thing when I did with ChatGPT, how it transformed things. So this is a 10-year balance sheet trend of Coforge. So from 2016 to 2025, how the balance sheet looks captured in a table. So this I just downloaded from Screener as part of the export option, which is there in Screener. And then I composed a prompt. Now, I guess many of you all have been using the generative AI tools, and you would be aware that how you give a prompt is very important to ensure you get the output that you want. So, therefore, the first thing you need to do is identify that what is the role you want ChatGPT to play. So you could use it for various tasks, or as a communication consultant to help you create uh, emails and documents, etc., or as a travel planner to help you plan your next trip. In this case, you want it to play the role of a financial analyst. So you set the role that you're a world-class AI financial analyst, and you're using this particular data. So what is the source I have specified, and what is the output is also been specified by me. So this is just a part of the prompt. It's a much more detailed prompt. I can show you the whole prompt. No, I think I'll show it a bit later. So this is the prompt which I gave to ChatGPT, and it immediately started thinking, and in a few, maybe 1.5 minutes, it was able to generate a detailed analysis including a lot of visualizations. So it showed over the 10 years, what is the debt to equity ratio, what is the total asset liabilities, what is the capital structure made, what is the asset composition. So whole set of visualizations it gave, and it gave an analysis as to uh, what is the direction the company is going in, how is it faring, at which point in time what has happened, and how in 2025 there has been certain significant changes, and what is it that we should look at in the company. So if I were to manually create all this, it would have taken me a lot of time, a whole set of graphs, and the detailed analysis of what is going on. So this is a very significant advantage that one gets using ChatGPT or Perplexity or any of these tools. So it created a report which ran into a few pages. And then not only that, it also allowed me to dig deeper. For example, if I wanted to check uh, what is the so this is the prompt which I uploaded the sheet. Can you see this screen?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I gave this detailed prompt to that, and it immediately went ahead to create various tables. It created these kind of graphs indicating whatever I had asked. And then it also gave me a detailed analysis. It gave an executive summary of what has changed. It gave me visuals. The graphs which it shared it is also explaining how you can use it in the boardroom for your C-suite meeting. It gave trend inflections. It also gave implications. What is the impact on the various ratios? What is signals for management and investors? So very, very detailed, elaborate with visualizations, etc. Now, one more interesting thing which you can look at is that any visualization or any output it gives, if you want to dig deeper into it, you can immediately ask it. So you can ask it, So you ask a question that there is a particular graph it has displayed. I need to understand it in a simple language so that I can share it with people who are not familiar with finance or data analysis.
Yeah, so it will be ideal for people like me, I suppose.
Yes, yes. If you are not from the domain, it's
No.
making it very, very simple. So as you can see, it is
Hmm.
thinking, it is preparing the
Hmm.
explanation
Hmm.
and the acceptance. So now it, in simple terms, it explains what the bars show. Each year's bar splits the company as into four buckets. What has changed over time? So this is the real power. Now, as investors or participants in the markets, many a times we have access to a lot of data which is available on various sites, but then interpreting them, associating them with other sources of data, correlating all this information, coming to explanation which is simple, easy to understand, and actionable. These are the real powers which are there in the generative AI tools. Now, earlier also we had Excel and we had Tally and various other software which was generating reports for us. But we did not have the power to get interpretation of the data, analysis of the data, correlation of various data points, and then the ability to dig deep. So anything which it gives, you can dig deep, ask for simplified explanations, and it will immediately dig deep and share it with you. So as you can see, even in the last part, it says plain English takeaways. So in very simple language, it has explained that what are the takeaways from this particular graph. So these are the real advantages that are there. Now, going further, what we have seen is that as compared to the traditional tools which we are using, be it Excel or Power BI or the accounting software like Tally, etc. This is allowing us the power of asking queries in English, or now, of course, it supports a lot of other languages also. So you can ask queries in natural languages. You can dig deeper. As we just saw, we just picked up a graph it generated and asked it to uh, explain it. So it has allowed us the explanation. It is also supporting automation, which we'll see later. So it is allowing us to do predictive analysis also, which we will see in the next example. And
Sorry
it is
to
giving you,
interrupt, Vinod.
yeah.
One of the participants asked if you need paid chat GPT to do this analysis.
No, actually, if you do pay, if you have a paid ChatGPT, it gives you fast and you don't need to wait. What happens with the unpaid version is that if there's a lot of load, then it will not give you the output. It might take that, I will give you the output in 5 minutes, 10 minutes. It won't say no. It will kind of delay, and then you might not get the output immediately. But even with the unpaid version, you can get this output. But it depends on the load which is there on the servers of ChatGPT. Hello?
You use ChatGPT today on this?
Alvin, madam, you
No,
are
I
on mute.
use, yeah,
Which tool?
yeah. This I have done in Perplexity.
Okay. Thank you.
So this is just an overview saying that how ChatGPT on various parameters can be compared with the Excel or the accounting software which we use. Of course, things are changing now. You have Copilot, which is built into Excel and Power BI. So a lot of the prompting which you do in ChatGPT, you can enable Copilot within Excel and directly ask questions in Excel. So all tools, all software are trying to incorporate generative AI within the tool itself. So you don't need to take the data and upload it onto Excel, onto ChatGPT or any such tool once you get the newer version of these tools. So now that we have seen how the past data has been examined, we can also look at a kind of modeling of the data. So given the fact that you have the data of your company till the last quarter, and you have to take some major decisions regarding your future plan of action. So, as I mentioned earlier, maybe you're looking at expansion, and for that, you need funding. You want to evaluate whether you go for debt funding, equity funding, or a mix of both. If you take debt, what is going to be the impact on your balance sheet? How is it going to work over the next 5 years, etc.? You can create a scenario and get ChatGPT to do a scenario planning and share the output with you. So this is the scenario that I looked at. That the same Coforge, assume that you are the management of Coforge and you are looking at pursuing a rapid global expansion over the next 5 years, 26 to 30. The borrowings are going to grow at 20% per year to fund major acquisitions and new centers. Reserves will grow slower because you are moving all your funds into acquisitions. So reserves will grow only at 5%. And you also have an equity infusion in 2028 of 15 crore to bring some strength into the balance sheet. So it again does analysis and it comes with a detailed report on that. I'm just sharing the key highlights of the report. So it analyzes how it is going to work, that there is a leverage surge. So your debt to equity ratio is going to go higher. The reserves are going to go weaker because you have only a 5% annual reinvestment. So this would mean that if any surprises are there, if there are some unexpected shocks to the system, then the weak reserves could be a cause of concern. Then in 2028, once you have a 15 crore equity equation, there is some strength in the whole balance. Current ratio is sensitive, so higher current liabilities. And we are going on a high risk and high reward path. Of course, this is just a summary, but it gives a detailed report. And as earlier, you can delve deeper into what is happening, ask specific questions on what you want to understand in a deeper manner, and then take a decision. So this we saw is a very aggressive expansion scenario. You can similarly create a scenario for a very defensive approach also, and then compare the two, saying that if we went for aggressive expansion of 20% borrowing per year, how it would work. If we didn't go and grew at the current rate with only internal infusions of funds, then how it would work, and then compare and take a decision. So these kind of scenario building, which we do now through ChatGPT or other such tools. Earlier, we had to create models in Excel, manually created, insert all the formulas and see how it looks and compare it with the other scenario. So again, it required a lot of expertise in Excel, in finance to do that, and it was time consuming. Now, as a user, you just need to define what you need to know what you want to do and at what stage, what is the action you want to take. And then the ChatGPT or Perplexity can guide you. You don't need to know the formulas. You don't need to understand the intricacies of finance also. So neither technology nor finance, but as a business owner, you have clarity on what you want to do and which direction you want to go. It can help you get clarity on the risks involved and the rewards in this direction. So just to recap, so AI-powered analysis allows you to get a contextual understanding of things. It can do scenario planning. You can look at risk management also. So at each stage, what are the risks involved? How do you address those risks? We can also get proactive recommendations saying that given the current scenario, how things are working, even regulatory risks or political risks, all those you can ask. For example, with the Trump circus going on, the impact of the higher tariffs. Now, if you are a company or if you are looking at investing in a company which has exports, which is going to get impacted by the 50% tariff, then how it is going to work out. Also, you can explore that given that high tariffs in US, what are the other countries where this particular product could be exported to? What would be the impact on the margins of the company? How it would work? What could be the steps to be taken? So various types of things you can get it to analyze and help you. So the strategic decision making now becomes much more easy to do. Because earlier, if you were a person looking at the strategic decision, you had to be completely dependent on somebody else who would do all these analysis, who would create all these models, and then interpret it also and tell you. So if that person's ability to interpret or analyze is not very good, or the software which they are not using it effectively, then you could get incomplete, incorrect, or inadequate results. Now, so you have the direct ability to uh, ask the right questions, probe deeper, uh, ask clarity on things which is not very evident for you from the report that is generated. This way, it is making decision making much more empowered. So these are the key analysis capabilities. You can look at the trend. You can visualize how the trend is. What are the various inflection points in the journey that you're looking at? What are the key financial ratios and how it is going to change with various decisions they take? Are there any anomalies, any highlights, unusual patterns, caution periods, etc.? So this would give you the power to make decisions much more quickly and much more effective. So as I said, you can look at two scenarios and compare them. The aggressive scenario, we have seen loans growing at 20%. The defensive scenario, the company just stops borrowing, maintains strong growth, and even conducts stock buyback. So in both these scenarios, how it will play out and what could be the output we can check. So these are the real-time data acquisition. Not only do you get the ChatGPT to work on data which you have provided, like in this case, I uploaded an Excel sheet, but you can also state that please pick this data from Screener, Money Control, or BSC, etc. As long as you are aware of which are the reputable sites which will give you authentic data, you can specify that it will acquire the data and then analyze it. So here there is a word of caution because a lot of information is available on the internet. So there are various forums where discussions happen. There are Twitter and other sites where discussions happen. If you don't clarify to the AI tool as to either use the data that I am sharing with you or pick up data from so and so sources, If you don't do that, it can pick up data from any random source. And if there is a lot of buzz happening on Twitter or on Reddit or various other platforms where the people are stating something that this particular stock is moving fast, we should invest in it or something like that, it can get biased by that and give you wrong inputs. So this is a word of caution. Always ensure that the data sanctity is there. Either you have the data with you and you upload it, or you instruct it to pick up data only from specified sites so that the source is authenticated. Of course, on the other hand, if you want to do a sensitivity analysis, what is the buzz going on? Then you can share with it various forums like there are the Value Investor Forum and other forum. You can say that pick up what is the discussion happening on this particular stock, and then do a analysis of what is happening, and based on the sensitivity that is there toward the stock, you can get an idea of how the people are thinking about it. So that is a different perspective that you will get.
Okay, there's a question, Vinod,
Yeah.
about in the sensitivity analysis, does it have access to all these forums? For example, see, Money Control has a forum, if you remember. There is a
Yeah.
people forum there. So does it have access to these forums?
No. It
Uh,
will have access to only those data which is available to unpaid users, like Money Control
okay.
and all these sites. You can access some amount of data without being a paid user. So
Right.
those data it will be able to access. Even in screener.in, a lot of the data is available freely without getting a paid subscription. So those kind of data it will be able to access. But anything which is behind a paywall and all, it won't be able to access. Of course, if you have a paid ChatGPT subscription, there are techniques available where you can link your paid subscription of Money Control or other such sites to ChatGPT. So then it will use your login access and then do that. But that is a very elaborate process. But that is also possible. You can access your paid subscriptions through ChatGPT once you do the required backend settings and linking of the APIs, etc. But by
Okay.
default, it will get only publicly available data.
Okay. Thank you.
So moving ahead, one extremely powerful feature which has now evolved is the agent mode or use of agent tools. ChatGPT itself has got an agent mode which you can select and use. This again, I think, is available for ChatGPT 5 paid users only, the premium users only, the agent mode. Uh, and this allows you to give a series of tasks. Now, suppose you want ChatGPT to pick up the latest data of 5 stocks, and then you want to analyze it on certain parameters. Third thing, you want to create it to create a report. Fourth, you want to create it to create a slide deck. And fifth, you want it to email the slide deck to you. So you can give it as a series of tasks and it will perform them one after the other and do it. In addition to this mode of agent mode, there are agent tools available. So there are things like Zapier and Make.com, N8N, etc., which are workflow automation tools. So some of these workflow automation tools like N8N were available even before AI came into existence, or the generative AI came into existence, where you could automate workflows. But now with the advent of AI, they have become very, very powerful. So you can suppose as an organization, you have certain tasks which you are performing, end of day reports, end of week reports, end of month reports, etc. Now all these can be automated, and the time can be set when you want it to execute, and it will execute that. So you can automate the task. You can link multiple tools. So you can take ChatGPT to do the analysis. Then you can link it and create a PowerPoint slide or Word document. Then you can link it to Gmail to send a mail, or you can even link it to your broking account so that it can do the transaction also. So we can look at an example of that. So suppose you want to automate your stock trades. So you use OpenAI. You can use Zerodha's Kite Connect. So just like Zerodha, even Grow and ICICI and various other broking software, they have API Connect facility where you can through software execute the trade. So you don't have to log into that app also. So assume this is the scenario which you want to do. That there is a lot of news which comes. There is Economic Times, Live Mint, NSE, BSE, etc. They are every day publishing news items, and since they are reputed sites, they will be authenticated news, and all these have got these RSS feeds. So the entire news feed can be accessed by a software. So what you can do is that you pick up the news feeds. So in the news feed, you will see news. Today there is some news about Zomato, that it has got some investment, or some news about MRF tires, that it has decided to set up a new plant, or that Tata consumers, they are introducing some new products, etc. So what it will do is that from the news feeds which is there, it will pick up and analyze that is there any name of any company mentioned? Is that company listed in NSE or BSE? And what is the symbol of that particular company? So it will extract all those outputs. Then as a second level check, now suppose you got information that there is some news about Reliance Industries, about Zomato, about MRF tires, about Tata Steel, and about Coforge. So 5 companies news items are there. And based on the analysis of the news, it will put some score to it. That is it a sell indicator, or it's a hold indicator, or a buy indicator. From 0 to 100 range it will put. Now that you have got this ranking, you can do a confirmation again. So you can do a second part confirmation where you fetch the technical indicators from TradingView. Now these are the 5 stock tickers. You send those 5 ticker to TradingView, and you get the charts with RSI, MACD, the moving average, volumes, etc. And you get a confirmation that these 5 companies seem to be promising as an investment today. But let me confirm it using the technical charts. So it will confirm it with the technical charts, and then it will compile a decision that out of these 5 companies, there are 2 companies which I need are worth buying today. One company is a sell indicator, and the other 2 are hold indicators. Now you build one whole strategy based on the news items confirmed by the technical charts which are picked up on TradingView, and then it will execute the order because the connection is there. So what all have we connected? We have connected all these news feeds of Economic Times, Live Mint, etc. These news feeds are then analyzed by ChatGPT, and the names and of companies' stocks have been picked up. Then it also goes through the news item and identifies whether it's the positive news, or it's the negative news, or is the news indicating normal process where you just hold stock. Then it confirms it by checking if the technical indicators also are supporting that. Based on that, it will decide that these are the 2 stocks you need to buy. And you would have pre-decided that if this is the news, I want to buy quantity of one stock, 10 stock, 50 stocks, etc. Based where you would have created a table on Google or wherever and stored this. It will search that and it will execute the order and it will update your table also saying that this is the news item, this is the indicator based on which buy order are being executed on Reliance Industries and Zerodha and the rest of the companies. We are not doing anything. One of these MRFU had stocks, so I have taken a sell decision, and two shares, and it's sold, or whatever else. So this it does on a daily basis and keeps on updating. And end of day, you can analyze it also that what was the decision taken, why was it taken, and how did it work out. So this is a significant power that it is giving you. So even without knowing any algo trading, you are able to do algo trading because the entire algorithm is being created and executed using the AI tool. So combination of various software can be connected, the analysis done, conditions also checked, and decisions taken. So this takes our the power of AI in finance to the next level itself.
I think it is just amazing, Vinod. In fact, we don't need our stockbrokers anymore, I think.
Yeah, correct.
Literally.
You just need their
Yeah.
broking software. That's all. Yeah,
That's it. It's amazing.
correct. Yeah. So obviously, this thing is something we should build and strengthen because the brokers have a different objective because they earn based on the number of trades you do. And you are not necessarily going to earn based on the number of trades you do, no? Because they get a commission for every trade and they would want you to trade more.
Hey,
But you might,
we have
that
learned our
might not
lesson.
be,
Vinod, we have learned our
that might
lesson.
not be
Yeah.
in
Last
the
year.
best of your interest.
Absolutely.
So that power of decision making now comes into your hand. And once the brokers realize that you have got much more decision making capabilities, they will also be cautious on what they advise you because you can immediately switch. There are so many brokers, and those who are not giving you the right advice, you don't want to continue with them. You can switch to somebody else. So these are some of the stock market news feeds. So Economic Times, State Pundits, Live Mint, investing.com, NSE, BSE, etc. So these can be good sources. You can pick up on a daily basis what is the news. Suppose you have watching 10 stocks. You can instruct ChatGPT to search all these news feeds and pick up the news on those 10 stocks and then analyze it and say that is it positive news, negative news, is it indication of buy, sell, hold, etc. So your whole process now becomes much more simplified and you can focus on taking decisions and not reading and trying to find out because articles might be 2 pages, 5 pages, 10 pages long. They might be on Economic Times site, they might be on some other site. No, you don't have the time or the resources to search, identify, and pick up. Now all this can get automated. So this is the sample ChatGPT prompt saying that you are an expert Indian equity signal engine for NSE, BSE. You take two inputs. One is the newsfeed summary from RSS and the technical current indicators from TradingView or any other source. And your job is to produce a single disciplined recommendation. Then you give the output. That the output has to be in a format which is machine readable, the JSON format. Then you instruct to use the symbols. You have two scores, news score 0 to 100, text score 0 to 100. Then you combine both the scores and then you come with this thing. If the combined score is between 0 and 49, you sell 50 to 69, it is hold, and 70 to 100, it is a buy. And you can also have some confirmatory rules to override what you want to do. So these are some of the brokerages which are providing the API which you can directly access. So without logging into your broking software or the app, you can connect the API and through this automation in which you are using Zapier or some other workflow tool, it will automatically connect and execute the trade for you. So this is the architecture of how it is work. The RSS new tweets from Economic Times, etc. The market data API picks and creates the looks at the charts. Then the OpenAI signal engine, it creates the buy, sell, hold. Then Zapier workflow, it outflows and formats, executes using the Zerodai or any other API. And then once it is executed, it will update your table also. So you have a table in Zapier or you have it in Google or whatever. It will update the table saying this is the trade what is executed. This is the news which triggered this thing. This is the chart indicator. And it can also send you an email. So every day, whatever trades have been done on your behalf, you will get an email just like you get from your broker, but this is coming directly from your tool. So this is the power that this whole workflow automation is bringing to you. So of course, some regulations and compliance you need to keep checking. As of now, the retail algo trading is permitted, updated on August 25. Then you have to ensure that you maintain trade log for audit and respect the position limits based on a stock to stock and whatever risk controls which the stock exchanges and SEBI are always communicating. You have to keep that in mind. So this is how things are and how things are moving. So even the browsers, like for example, Perplexity has come up with its own browser called Comet. So you don't even need to have access to ChatGPT or any such tool. The browser itself has become an AI-enabled browser. So if you have Perplexity's Comet browser, then you can do all your generative AI direct in the browser, just like in Google, you type things. Here you can execute your AI commands directly in the browser itself. So, as always, we have to remember that it is a human AI collaboration. The human element has always to be in control. We are just using it as a tool to enable what we want to do. And we are not going to be dependent or driven by it. At every time, at every stage, we have to check that it is using authentic data and it is having the checks and balances in place so that what you want it to do, it is doing, and it is not going in a direction on its own. So this is broadly what we wanted to discuss with you. Of course, there's a lot more we can go in future. We can have a detailed discussion on how to create prompts, how to do agentic AI, or how to create automation using Zapier or Make.com or anything, so that our whole journey is driven through automation and AI-enabled decision making.
Yeah, wonderful. Wonderful. We can now have, now the floor is open for questions and we can go through the chats. So, yeah. I think we can be out of this mode by now, right?
Okay, okay.
Just the screen share. Yeah.
Yeah.
Acha, in the chat box, I'm going to share the link now for downloading the toolkit. Okay, so that is there. And meanwhile, Vartika, you could ask the questions. Yeah, there are some questions in the chat, right?
Yeah, so the first question that I can see here is what is the significance of using the word discipline in the recommendation?
Yeah, that is just to give an indication that how you want to look at. So, any words which you use, it will indicate that how you want the chat GPT to progress. So it's not necessary to use discipline, but it indicates to chat GPT that you want it
Authentic,
to.
authentic rather. Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, then does it have access to certain groups and forums on LinkedIn?
This we discussed.
Yeah, as I said that whatever groups and forums are open forums, it will be able to access them. But anything which has a login before accessing or it has a paid subscription, then it won't be able to access.
Do you think CAs and CFOs will be using these generative AI tools?
Yes, yes, of course they will be using. Also, a lot of the companies like Moody's and various other research companies, they are providing tools now. Now, Morgan Stanley and all those companies, they are providing AI-enabled tools, and their clientele are the CFOs and other top executives. So they are using these tools. In fact, Bloomberg has developed their own GPT called Bloomberg GPT,
Okay.
and it enables people to use GPT along with the Bloomberg terminal.
Wow.
Yeah, I believe the questions are over now.
Okay. Any other questions? The floor is open.
Achha, Menon sir, you talked about Zapier and which other tool you said Zapier? I missed the second
Zapier
one.
is there, N8N is there, and
N8 and
make.com. N8N is an N8N make MAKE.
MAT, mate dot.
There are many more tools also coming up, and some of the newer tools are chat enabled also. So you don't even have to actually do the linking. You can just in a chat box say that I want you to pick up the analysis from my chat GPT and then create this, link it, send an email in Gmail. So it will create the workflow, and then obviously you will have to do the settings part, because if it has to access your Gmail, it has to get the security access, So those steps you'll have to do manually, but rest of the workflow it will generate and it will give it to you.
Achha, one question from my side, last question from my side. Will this kill Google search engine?
Google itself is now becoming
Gemini.
AI enabled.
Gemini.
Yeah, Gemini.
Yeah.
So they have now added the AI part to there. So those companies, they have invested a huge amount on AI, and they will smoothly transition to those things.
And this Meta AI on WhatsApp is really creating a lot of complications.
Yeah, yeah.
When I search for somebody, Meta AI comes into the picture.
Correct.
Especially on WhatsApp. It's a
Yeah,
pain.
WhatsApp.
Yes,
Yeah, it's a pain. Another question is there. So
Yeah.
should we do intraday trading with the help of AI, which you showed right now? Ah,
Caveat,
interesting.
No.
caveat emptor.
Obviously,
Caveat
Madam,
emptor, yes.
Caveat emptor.
Absolutely caveat emptor.
Yeah.
it is just an enabler. Ultimately, you are the person who's taking the decision. So if what you could do is you create the strategy and do some paper trading kind of thing and see that whatever strategy is being generated through the chat GPT and the instructions they have given it to it. If you find that it is giving you results, you can start small, do it with one stock and all, and slowly build up, because obviously algo trading or AI driven trading is just executing things and enabling you. Ultimately, it is your money and it is your decision. So you
Yeah.
cannot outsource decision making to anyone.
That's
So
a good one.
as we discussed, NI plus AI, never
Yeah.
only
Correct,
AI.
correct, correct.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That was great. That was fabulous.
Natural intelligence and
Yeah. Okay. So, acha, for everyone, there is a link in the chat box for downloading, navigating AI in financial analysis, a comprehensive guide by Vinod Nair. So the link has been given here in the chat box, and also there is another link for our next session on AI, which will be by Bhavna Srivastava on AI for everyday productivity. It will be a great session. Bhavna is a AI productivity strategist, and the link again is there in the chat box. So kindly join next Monday, 15th. That is when we are going to have Bhavna amongst us. Okay, so I'm looking forward to all of you being there. And then some last words, Vinod. I mean, any final advice for leaders and analysts about this AI-powered future before we
Yeah, I
close?
think
Yeah.
we should start using it. Obviously, there is a lot of data available. You download some data on any company that you are tracking and upload it into ChatGPT, Perplexity, start asking questions, see how it is working out, dig deeper. And in some time, you will build your own approach and you will have clarity on how you want to go, what you want to do with it. And then you can build your own strategy on what you want to do in the long run. It's, of course, exciting. And because generative AI can communicate in the exact kind of language that you want, you not only analyze, but you also learn a lot in that process because you can ask questions and it will explain things to you. So you don't need to go to some other source of learning only. In the all the inputs you need regarding that data, you
Hmm.
can get from the interaction which you have with the data.
Okay. So now we are at the end of our session. It is bang on 12 o'clock. And thank you everyone for being there. And thank you, Vinod. It was an amazing
So lot.
session. I learned a lot, and I'm sure the audience here has also learned
me
a
too.
lot.
Me too.
And,
Yeah.
and thank you everybody for being there.
Thank
And
you.
Thanks a lot. I
have a great
thoroughly
Sunday.
enjoyed the session.
Yeah,
Yes,
thank you.
same
Thank you.
here.
Bye.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Good day, everybody. Bye.
Bye-bye. Good day, everyone. Bye-bye.